Okay, Star Search, number 60, saxophone people. Mr. Fitz here. Um, all right, so the idea here with this is they're leaving out notes and they want you to see if you can figure out what's missing by using your ear and your mind to kind of figure it all out. All right, so first thing is I'm going to play for you what's on there on the page, all right? And then we'll talk about it. One, two, one, two. Cool, huh? All right, so the thing is, we need to know, first of all, how many beats are in a measure in this song. So how do we figure out the number of beats per measure? We look at the what, guys? That's right, the time signature. And the time signature is 2/4. Top number tells you the number of beats per measure, which is 2. Good. And the bottom number tells us that the quarter note, the 4 means the quarter note receives 1 beat. All right, now, looking at what you got there in the first measure, you'll notice that you have a couple of G's, right? And those are TTs, or eighth notes. How long is an eighth note? Now, you could either look back or you could use your understanding of fractions, right? Remember we said that the quarter note is 1. So how long would an eighth be? If a quarter is 1, how much is an eighth? All right, so you should come up with the answer of 1/2. And by the way, those 2 eighth notes are beamed together. There's a line across them, either on the top or the bottom, that connects them, but they are in fact 2 separate notes, T, T. Each one's a half a beat. All right, so if you take those 2 eighth notes, which are each worth a half a beat, and you add them together, you get 1 beat, don't you? Because a half plus a half is 1. And we're supposed to have how many beats in a measure? 2, correct. So then that means we're missing 1 beat. All right, so now here's the thing. If we're missing 1 beat, we could put a quarter note in there, we could put a couple of eighth notes in there, or we could put a rest in there, and that's all we know so far, right? We don't know things like 16th notes or dotted eighth sixteenths or anything like that. So the possibilities for us right now are a quarter note, a pair of eighth notes, and a rest. Now, by the way, if you guys are unfamiliar with the song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, which I highly doubt, but if in case, I'm going to sing it for you right now. Here it goes. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Thank you very much. Thank you. Throw money. Just kidding. Okay, so now, twinkle, twinkle. So what do you think is missing in that first measure? You got twinkle, but then... All right, so hopefully you came up with the idea that it's going to be a pair of eighth notes, right? So now, then the next step, if you know that they're eighth notes, you got to figure out what pitch they are, meaning what letter, all right? So you're starting with G, G, and then do you think the notes are higher or lower, all right? And if you think they're higher, all right, so then you could try any of the notes that you know and stick them in there and see if it goes twinkle, twinkle. And that when you find the ones that sound like that, then you say, ha-ha, I got it. And you're going to write it in. All right? And I'm going to leave that at that for you. I'm going to let you figure out how to do the rest of this. Remember that when there's something missing, it's got to be either a pair of eighth notes, a quarter note, or a rest. Okay? That's all that we possibility could put in there right now that we've learned in our book. Okay? All right, so have a great time practicing that, and I'll see you next time.